First on my list in random order is of course, Tenpai Dragon. You know it. I know it. This is the Tenpai event. You'll always want to go second with this deck. Not only do you play like 20 hand traps, all your Tenpai cards are basically 1 card starters that lead to a 30,000 damage combo. And above all this, the deck wasn't even hit for the event. They only lost 1 card, 1 field spell, which Pydra will search anyway. And even if your hand traps don't do the trick, the deck also plays board breakers, Reijiki, Duster, Dark Hole, Droplet. You can't go wrong with this deck. The only downside with this deck is the price. Every card is ultra rare. But back to the gameplay. Field Spell makes you unaffected. Transcendent Dragon prevents activation in the battle phase, making you basically invincible. Good luck in the Tenpai Triangle. Here's my deck list. You don't have to craft the entire extra deck. This specific extra deck is just for this event. Next on my list, again in random order, is Ice Barrier. Many people are sleeping on this deck, but it was not hit at all. It only lost its link monsters, which are rarely summoned anyway, which means you'll still do your full main combo, which locks them out of spell cards so Tenpai can't use board breakers. It summons General Reiho, which forces a discard every time opponent activates an effects. And the best lance at target, which is an amazing counter to Tenpai, the main card of the deck. Defender of the Ice Barrier, which prevents monsters with 1600 or more from attacking, which means 2 of the Tenpai main deck monsters can't attack, and every single synchro they make can't attack, and they can't activate spells to help get rid of Defender, meaning this combo is an auto win against most Tenpai decks. Next we have Centurion. It's slightly hit. It lost 2 copies of Oath. But this isn't nearly enough to nerf this deck for this event. Combine this deck's grind game with bystial's advantage generating power, and you have one of the best decks for the event. You're able to set up a good amount of disruption going first. And the good thing about this is that if they break your board but can't win, all your synchros combo back. Oxala can be easily revived, Cosmic Blazer comes back every end phase, and Supernova comes back at the begging of your opponent's turn each turn to banish all cards again, which makes the grind game against this deck impossible. The deck also plays a good amount of hand traps, which means going second shouldn't be too big of an issue. Next on this list is Dragonlink. Again, the deck wasn't hit hard enough. Sure, we lost Savage Dragon and Dissipate Tur because they're synchros, but you can easily replace this negates by simply making Appaloosa, which you'll see now. Important to note that this deck doesn't play too many hand traps, but it plays a lot of extenders to able to cruise through your opponent's hand traps with no issue. And worst case scenario, you can make Heavenly Spheres easily if you couldn't continue the combo. And other than that, you play cards like Access Code Talker and Underworld Goddess as good removal options going second to help OTK. You'll see while performing this combo I misplayed. I kept Peasty on field, which locked me into dragons. But even then I was still able to end on Masquerena to make Appaloosa, which if your opponent didn't draw Droplet, they won't break this board. Especially since Borland can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, making it extremely difficult for Tenpai to deal with it, which means Dragonlink is also a really good counter for Tenpai. And finally we have a deck that's slept on for this event, good old Runick Naturia. With some bystials but no synchros since you do have to the Runick fusions. The main purpose of this deck is getting your Runick Fountain on field to draw 3 every turn, while also setting up Sunflower for 2 monster negates every turn, with your bystial cards also helping you generate good advantage, and thanks to cards like Runick Destruction, it means you have an out for the Tenpai field spell. Subscribe if this video helped. Here's my deck list. Thanks for watching. Make sure to also join my Discord to chat with a like-minded community.